I drove over an hour and a half to go pick up this dresser set, but I have to say it was totally worth it because they're the best built dressers I've ever seen. They're over 100 years old and were brought over to America when the seller's grandparents moved here from Italy. Now, to honor their history and their beautiful antique style, my client decided to go with a black wash. So as always, I cleaned both pieces, scuff sanded, and made repairs with some epoxy. But because the black wash is gonna be transparent, I had to make sure that epoxy matched the rest of the wood. So I used the stain stick from Minwax just to color everything in. To seal that in and get my paint to adhere really nicely, I sprayed both those puppies down with a clear shellac, and then it was time for the black wash. I used a black mineral paint, and I used about 1 part paint, 2 parts water. As I brushed the wash on, I wiped it back, kind of treating it more like a wood stain than a paint. But after 2 coats, it was looking way too dark, so I decided to do some wet distressing to give it more dimension. The only thing is that once I got in there distressing it, it was starting to give really shabby chic, and that is just not what we're going for here. So I added some more water to the wash, thinning it out, and I painted on one last coat really lightly to just smooth everything out. I got my touch-ups done, and then I sealed everything in with a black wax to give it more of an espresso look and add even more dimension. Lastly, I refreshed the hardware with some gold rub and buff, and I conditioned all of the drawers. This set took so much experimenting to get the black wash just right, but I think it turned out great, and my client absolutely loved it, so I'm calling it a win, and I'll see you in the next one.